Hello, everybody, and welcome to World Breakers. Tonight, Nora, who plays Evan, has won our recap. Take it away. What happened last time?
Are we talking about everybody's last time or just individuals?
Basically, just what happened before you guys all like split up.
Okay, so before we all split up, let me pull up my notes because I take very vague, not great notes, but I take them and they're my fans.
You know, as you do.
A little bit. So before we split off to start going to study for finals, we decided to check in on the journalism club, which we found out consisted of just Mina Lee and this one other pretentious guy. Because we'd noticed that the school paper never published anything negative at all about the school, and we were like, well, that's weird. College students are very cynical. How did this happen? And it turns out there was a backlog of a lot of censored articles that were never published, but they had some information about cover-ups that the school had done, and we got to get our hands on those before realizing that it was about finals time and we had to start working on studying.
All right. That is correct. You go ahead and take your inspiration. And the big test has happened for 2 members of the group, and the others are scheduled for the following day. We're going to start with Imran.
Of course you would, as soon as I start chewing.
Imran, you have spent the day working, as your next day is going to be your test day. So you've sort of, throughout the day, as all of you made some kind of like rhyme and things like that, while you're going through the motions of cleaning and doing restock and things like that, which you have a lot of busy work, but you're not, normally you are in the front being a bartender, but with the recent fight that happened here and things like that, the tavern's not super busy. It's not got a really big crowd or anything like that, and you're in the back just sort of going over memorized, little poems of things that you've made up to remember and do things. Closer to the end of your shift, Yavanish comes to you. He's like, hey man, I've got an idea.
Is this a expensive idea or a this will be fun, but probably shouldn't do this on company grounds idea.
Oh no, we're doing it right here.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So go ahead and like, I don't know, play music, get people in here because it's like dead.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that. I gotta go to run to my locker real quick to get my handpan.
Um,
And
as as you head to get your handpan, make a perception check.
do, 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 do. 13.
13. You hear a loud crashing sound of like pots and pans falling to the floor, but you don't see who dropped anything. You can go check it out if you'd like.
I'm just gonna kind of shout over my shoulder. Breaking stuff wasn't part of the idea, right?
Yavanish goes, no, no, that's. Don't worry about that. He knocks a lot of things over. It's fine.
Okay.
Um,
And I'm gonna go get my handpan and then assume the position and start to play to draw people in.
you go get your handpan and you sit upon the patio and begin to play your handpan. Make a performance check.
My good performance, decent. Yep. Oh, that's cocked. Almost fell off. Okay. Not bad. I can math. 22, 16 plus 6.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
start to play your handpan, and at first it doesn't really do anything as there's not a lot of people here, but the people that are here seem to be vibing with it. Then after you're playing for maybe 2 or 3 minutes, you know, a crowd starts to form. Um, it seems as people are like avoiding the tavern due to the recent happenings that happened there. But your playing of music has definitely got people interested, and it is starting to draw a crowd. While you're doing that, we're going to jump to Evan.
Yo,
Evan,
what's up?
when we last left you, you were heading back towards your dorm as
Yeah,
you noticed something that you did not want to impede on.
yeah, I did. I decided to turn around and go home.
Um, as you're on your way to your dorm, you see Harriet and Adeline heading your way. And Harriet waves to you, um, and he is holding the tiniest, uh, like little daisy in his hand.
Big man, tiny flower.
Yes. And he goes, "Hey, Evan."
Hey, Harriet.
Adeline just kind of like, "Hi, Evan. We're
Hi,
going.
Adeline.
We're going to the tavern. Do you want to join?"
Um, sure. Yeah, why not?
Okay. And Adeline sort of links elbows with you, and then links elbows with Harriet. Sort of like you're a little trio walking towards the tavern. Can you make a perception check?
Yes, I can. Perception. It's not great. I got a 7.
You got a 7. Okay, so you make your way to the tavern. Um, And you head back. You see that the crowd around the tavern is bigger than the last time you left it. You no longer see. Uh, you no longer see Cad and Torin, but you do instead see Imrian. He has a wizard hat on and is sitting cross-legged on the patio, on top of one of the tables on the patio, just playing the handpan, and he's got a crowd just surrounded that has surrounded him. It is about 6 p.m. and um, there are student mages with brightly colored hair, and they begin to sing jaunty tunes along with Imrian's playing. Imrian and Evan, you do see each other. I assume Imrian gives Evan sort of like a nod of like, hello.
Hey.
Yeah, just stick with the nod, and I'm into the song right now. So as long as people are moving, and I'm especially aware that a crowd is being drawn inside, I'm just giving it all into the performance.
Yes. Um, so, you all make your way into the tavern. Torin, you happen to already be inside the tavern with Cad. You see Yavanish there, and all of the tables have been moved so that there is one table that is like center, and then like everything else is like shoved to the side. Um, the tables that are like shoved to the side, like you could still sit at them if you wanted to, uh, but they're just moved out of the way so that like a crowd could form around the central table. Along
Got it.
along one of the sides of the tavern main dining room, the tables and chairs um, create a large rectangular open space, and on the south side of the space, a single table stands flush against the wall. There are a few strange looking boxes with funnels protruding out of them at an angle, and 20 feet opposite the table is a small bucket that rests on the floor. Evan, I need you to make a constitution saving throw.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right. I got a nat 20.
The bucket doesn't affect you at all. Fuck
Thank
those
God.
buckets.
Fuck them buckets.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care about
Fuck them
that.
buckets or fuck buckets?
Yes, to all of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yavanish comes out and is like, gather round, come on, come on. And Emery, and about this time, you finish up the song with the other students, and people are going inside.
And I just kind of look, I blink my eyes open, realize I'm still kind of shooting bits of arcing lightning everywhere, cut that out, and I just look over to Yavanish. Okay, so what was your idea?
See that? And he points to the mechanism. He goes,
Okay.
those devices there on that table are called wizard gizzards. Most of the time, instructors use them to help students practice their aim with magic rays.
Okay.
So you can strike the top of one, and it will shoot a sphere made out of magic attached to the funnel. The sphere will dissipate whenever it touches anything. No danger here. A ray, a creature, hard surface, for example. these these minor magic items have a very short lifespan, and as they age, they begin to emit loud, cucking noises when they shoot their spheres. um, and sometimes people say that they look like gizzards. That's why we call them wizard gizzards. Uh,
Yavnesh, you seem remarkably excited today. Is something going on?
so we have taken these particular wizard gizzards to make a game. Yay! And then like when nobody reacts, he sort of puts his arms that he had out like down and stands there like awkwardly for a second before speaking again. Um
I'll clap.
Yeah, I was gonna say Torin cannot handle an awkward silence and gives the pity clap.
um, so Yavanish goes, this is our first such event of the term Wizard Gizzard. Woo! And then like a couple people.
Woo!
Yay! So here's the rules. Here's the rules. Lava sphere from the Wizard Gizzard, and have that sphere land in the bucket on the floor. It only takes 1 minute, and whoever lands the most spheres in the bucket during that minute wins the game. So there is a tiebreaker round if there's a tie, but
I'll give it a shot.
Yay! And you see that Yavanish is super excited. Yavanish, as the rest of you have known him, is usually very solemn and to himself. He doesn't get excited other than when he was talking about playing silk ball. You know, this seems like to be the first thing he genuinely feels or is showing excitement about.
I think in Evan's mind, the last time that Yavanish was excited, he turned out to be an imposter. It's kind of suspicious at the moment.
Yeah, I'm gonna lean into Yavnesh, just sort of kind of whisper to him and poke him at the same time. Are you actually goo?
No.
You have to tell me if you're goo. That's the rules.
I know that's the rules. I'm not goo.
Okay. I look over to Torin and Evan and give like the very like most. This is definitely the foreign kid awkward thumbs up.
Torin will set down his drink and say, I mean, if you're playing, then I'll play you.
I'll play too.
Cool. So, here's the thing. It takes 2 gold to play per person.
Oh, I can't. Never mind.
Then it's okay. I'll pay.
Then whoever wins gets half the gold that's in the pot, because the other half goes to those who risk their lives to procure our game elements. Not naming any names, but the big fella. Anyways.
God.
And this bag, and he plops a gray bag on a table. So, anybody else? 1, 2, 3, and he starts counting. A total of 5 people, including the 3 of you, have signed up. So, for those of you who are paying, it's the 2 gold, which means that the gold pot is a total of 8 to win, and the gray bag.
Okay.
Okay. So, mechanics wise, here's how the game is going to be played. You will make a dexterity on arcana check. Divide the total by 3 and round down.
Okay, sorry.
Wait,
One more
dexterity
time.
arcana?
It's a dex arcana check.
Okay, gotcha.
Dex-based arcana.
Okay.
1, 7, 2, 7, 9.
I dropped my dice on the floor.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
So use our dexterity and add proficiency if we're proficient with Arcana.
Yes.
Yep.
No, just. Oh, okay. I thought.
Okay, so +3. I am not proficient with Arcana.
All right. And hold
you
on.
use-
Hold on to your numbers when you have them. Don't shout them out yet.
You
Once
use your dex modifier though.
Ooh.
Yes. You're going to use
Slay.
your dex
You said divide by 3?
Yes. Use your dex modifier, and if you're proficient in arcana, you're going to add the proficiency bonus.
Okay, slay.
Divided by 3.
Yeah, and then you divide it by 3, round down. And keep that number in your head. Okay? First up is going to be Emrian, because he works here at the tavern. He's got a wizard's hat on, playing Wizard Gizzard for the very first time. Evan and Torin, would you like to encourage Emrian, or would you like to heckle Emrian?
Encourage.
We got one encourage.
I'm not gonna encourage or discourage him. I'm gonna try to see what the technique is. I'm paying attention to what he's doing.
Alrighty. So,
See what to do and what not to do.
Evan, what encouragements do you give to Emrian?
I think I yell, "You got this, big guy!" and I clap.
Okay. Emrian, you may now roll again with advantage.
Okie doke.
Yeah, so the second roll, and then whatever you had for your first roll.
Okay, got it.
Pick whichever roll you like. What did you
I
roll?
got it. Do you want the modified number or what's on the die?
I want your modified number that you went with.
Okay, 7. 7.
7. So you guys see Emrian. How are you hitting this wizard gizzard?
Basically exactly like how it was described in the instructions. There's no special flair. There's nothing like that. He's just trying to get the fundamentals.
Okay. So what is a attack spell that you have for your cantrips?
Shocking grasp.
Okay. So you send like a singular beam of your shocking grasp, because you're not trying to do damage to this thing. It's all about, these things are used to teach precision in spells. So you've seen one of these instruments before, you've just never used it this way. So you shoot out your shocking grasp, and you hit the as soon as it gets to the actual wizard gizzard, the lightning spectral hand squeezes the wizard gizzard, and 7 balls shoot out, and then 10 more balls shoot out, but only 7 make it into the cup or the bucket. So your score is 7.
Nice.
All right. Next up is one of the NPCs. So we're gonna not use that rolling system because it still says my Discord's not working. 1 second.
You want me to roll for you?
Oh boy. So the person that goes after Emrian is a pretty big fella, Minotaur. You've seen the guy around, but you've never talked to him. Brownish skin, pretty tall. I think he would be taller than Drasomir.
Shit.
He comes out with a warhammer, and
Oh,
from
no.
the warhammer, this sort of white light shoots, and 15 balls come out of the wizard gizzard, and 8 go into the bucket. He simply just walks away into the crowd very silently, even though people are very amazed at what just happened. Next
Hey
up,
man, I think you're winning so far.
he lifts his hammer and just sort of stands in the back of the crowd. The next couple of people, they go, it's 1 here, 2 there. 1 doesn't make any in there, but like 6 balls shoot out in like all directions into the crowd, and people have to like kind of duck a little bit. Then it comes to Evan's turn. Evan,
Yo. Yeah.
how do you do?
I think I probably try and use my short sword in a wildly inappropriate way, like a baseball bat, to try
Okay.
and hit the ball.
Okay. Would anyone like to heckle or encourage Evan?
Evan needs it. I'm gonna encourage him. I'm gonna actually whisper to him beforehand. Does there seem to be any sort of technique to this that I've seen? Or
Go ahead and do just a basic intelligence check.
basic intelligence check. For a second, I thought that was 0, but it's a 10. I was like, how do I have a 0 on this? Just a straight intelligence.
Yes.
Yeah, 10.
10. Everyone's doing something different. There's not a singular technique. It's just sort of like hit the thing and balls come out.
Yeah, I'm just gonna whisper to Evan, hey, don't overthink it. It's get the thing in the ball. Get the ball in the thing.
Ball in the thing. Ball in the thing. Okay.
All right. So, as they give you, some encouragement. You can go ahead and roll another d20, add your dex modifier, and if you're proficient in Arcana, go ahead and add proficiency, and then divide that by 3, rounding down, and then use whichever number you'd like.
Alrighty. I got 4.
4.
After all the math happened.
Okay. You guys see Evan as he walks up to the wizard gizzard, unsheaths his sword, and people like take a step back for a second, and then he turns it flat in and just spanks the crap out this wizard gizzard.
Yeah, I do.
6 balls shoot out, 4 making it into the bucket. There's a little bit of a like clap.
What y'all know about that, huh?
As you're the first person to use an ability that is not magical in any way, and you still successfully got 4 balls into the bucket.
I am not a magic boy.
Last up, Torin. Would anybody like to encourage Torin or to heckle Torin?
Encourage.
All right.
Clutch and hoots and hollers and just yell, knock the shit out of it.
All right. So therefore, you get an advantage roll.
Oh, my first one was way better. The advantage was an at one, so I got 15 divided by 3, so 5.
5.
And I think I'm gonna be using the light cantrip as like the first of magic that Torin really learned.
Okay. Yeah, so Torin, you go, and I believe light is a touch spell?
Yeah.
Yes.
You see Torin walk very calmly up to the Wizard Gizzard and place his hand upon it, closing his eyes. And a second after, you realize why he closed his eyes as the Wizard Gizzard begins to glow in a bright, bright light as if an LED at 2 a.m. goes off.
God dang.
The LEDs that are in those big old trucks down the road. 7 balls shoot out. 5 making it into the bucket. Yavanish sort of makes like a circle around the table. As he does, he picks up the gold and the gray bag. And he goes, "Hey, big fella. You, in the back there." You see this big minotaur sort of still holding onto his warhammer, sheathes it, and starts to walk towards the front of the crowd. As he does, like, he bumps into a couple of tables, a couple people. A mug falls to the ground. And he's like, "Sorry, excuse me, sorry, excuse me, sorry, excuse me," and makes his way to the front. Yavanish gives him the coin and gives him the bag and says, "Congratulations, you're the winner of this year's, our very first Wizard Gizzard game." And everybody sort of claps.
I'll clap as well.
Yeah.
As this happens, you hear. Actually, make all of you make a perception check.
Yep.
Oh no.
Not great. 13.
Okay.
18.
And Torin.
That one.
Oh shit.
Ooh, wow.
Torin,
Picked the wrong dice.
as the Minotaur is receiving his gift, Cad squeezes your hand, and you turn to look at him, and he sort of like grabs the side of your face and pulls you closer and kisses your forehead and says, "I have to go, but I'll be back, or we can hang out later."
Ooh.
And so he sneaks on out the front, and Torin is a little too distracted to notice what's happening.
Torin, in just the highest voice possible, just go like, "Yeah, yeah."
The
Face red.
the Minotaur fellow begins to help Yavanish clean up the wizard gizzard stuff and actually leaves with the wizard gizzard machine. Make an insight, everyone.
Insight.
Ooh, insight. And I got a nat 20 on insight. Damn, I picked a good dice.
14.
15?
You all sort of seem to get the instance, like the big fella that Yavanish was talking about earlier that helped procure the wizard gizzard was probably this guy, and he has to return it to wherever he got it from.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, insider trading.
And as you see that, and Torin is just sort of anime heart eyes, Evan and Imrian, you hear panic shouting erupting from the tavern's kitchen.
Not again.
You hear Imrian, you would know this to be Chef Curdy. She has. I'm assuming you guys are running that way.
Yes. Full speed.
I think I finished my drink first.
It takes Torin a second to realize that something's happening.
Yeah. Imrian just sort of sprints off. There's just like a ghost. There's the cartoon smoke left of Imrian. Evan sort of just like knocks back an entire mug that he has not yet touched, so it takes him a minute. I believe that Evan is the kind of person who thinks that he can chug a beer in one gulp, but it takes him a full 30 seconds.
And also, he has to burp halfway through.
Yeah.
After like 10 seconds, Torin realizes something's happening and is going to pull Evan along and like not force him to stop drinking, but like
Yeah.
drag him, saying, "Come on,
Like-
there's something happening."
Yeah. So you guys rush to the back where the kitchen is, and Chef Curdy, she has braided hair, and it's like flapping wildly. She emerges from like the kitchen. She's like meets you right there at the door. It's like, the steam, it's too spicy, she cries. It's trying to kill us. Someone, please help. And the tavern is so busy that most of its patrons don't like immediately notice her. Tulk Tusktooth, who you guys have only seen maybe once or twice. That's another half orcish person. He actually owns the tavern, but he is momentarily overwhelmed by students who have noticed and are trying to like get away from the kitchen as fast as they can. And like you need to basically clear a path so that he can get to you. He's basically on the other side of the crowd, and there's a bunch of students and like patrons who have not noticed anything is going on. Then there are a good 20 or so that have noticed what's going on and are rushing to try to leave the tavern, and Tusktooth is close to the door. He can't get through the crowd to get to you guys to help her. So your options now are to either clear a path for him to get to them, or get to you and guys, or go deal with whatever spicy steam she's talking about. What would you like to do?
I need to check the wording of a certain spell.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast Mage Armor, and so I can Mage Armor through Aberrant Dragon Mark, and this is the first time I'm doing this because I forgot this was an option, but I can expend a hit die and roll it to either get temporary hit points or possibly do damage, but I'm hoping for hit points.
Okay.
Did we get a long rest, by the way?
From your individual session?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
You did not. I will say you got a short rest.
Then I don't actually have any hit die left, so never mind.
I think that Evan leans over, and whispers to Torin and asks, would now be a good time to yell fire, or is that too much?
That's a big decision for Torin to make. So like Torin's like running the numbers in his head very visually and does not answer you before something else happens.
Okay, I think because of the last response, Evan's just gonna say fire, but at a normal volume. He's yelling it, but he is saying it.
Okay.
Well, if you're saying it, Torin's gonna yell it, fire!
Okay. Make an intimidation check.
Me?
Uh-oh.
Both of you.
All of it. Okay.
I want to ask if, since both of us are doing it, if it's with advantage, but I feel like Torin has disadvantage on intimidation checks.
I got a 9.
Unless they see Torin actually cast like badass magic like he has been doing, then I'm gonna say he has a disadvantage. Because
I got an 8.
Everyone sees Torin as like the little mousy dude. He's just a little guy.
He is the little mousy dude.
Yeah, everyone sees Torin as just he's a little guy. He's so cute. He's just that little mousy dude. The only person who thinks Torin is a badass is Imrian.
Torin is a badass.
Torin doesn't know that.
All right, so what was your intimidation?
I think it was an 8 and a 9.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. The people who were running in to begin with stop for a second and turn to look at you. And then continue to make their way like out, fighting the crowd. But at this point in time, there are more people that are starting to like try to leave the tavern. Is there any other actions you would like to take?
Are we going in there?
Are you going in there? That's a question for you guys.
So wait, the option was go in there and handle it ourselves, or clear a path to get somebody else to handle it.
Mm-hmm. But their intimidation was an 8 and a 9, so it didn't really hurry it along.
I think in that case, if it would let me double check the spell, I think that Devin would use not Devin, Evan. Golly.
Devin's our friend.
Would use thaumaturgy. But let me just double check. I manifest my voice booms up to 3 times as loud as normal for 1 whole minute. So I think he's gonna try again, this time with magic.
Okay.
And I don't think he's gonna I think he's gonna yell fire in the kitchen, get out.
Okay. This time roll.
I see him doing that. I'm just gonna assist by casting light inside the kitchen. I just like reach my hand and touch the wall and cast light and make like a fiery color.
Okay. Go ahead and roll intimidation again, this time with advantage and a +1.
Oh yeah. Okay. 18.
Alrighty. This time you yell, fire in the kitchen, get out. Your voice booms to where it vibrates some of the glass on on the shelves, and people start hustling. Okay. You have 1 round to until Tusktooth makes the distance. So you can either wait until he gets there or try to check out what's going on. Everybody has 1 action they can do, and then we will enter initiative.
I guess Torin's action is gonna be, since he's already like an arm in the kitchen, he's just gonna take a look and see what the heck is going on inside the kitchen.
Okay, make a perception check.
Ooh. I think it's too smoky. 6.
6. You open the door slightly so that you can peek inside. You see 4 unconscious students on the floor. You see steam everywhere, and that's all you can really see. With a 6.
Was that my whole action, or can I go in and try to pull one of the students out?
Yeah, you can get to one if you
Yeah,
like.
I'm gonna try to pull one of the students out, and I'm gonna yell for help.
All right. Make a strength check.
Ooh, I'm good at that. Come on. No, that's a 7.
7. You go
-2.
You go to the first student that's unconscious on the floor. They happen to be a half-orc individual, and as you pull, you get a big and he goes nowhere.
I yell for help.
You yell secondary help.
Help.
All right, what about you, Evan? Do you have...
I think what Evan does is he finishes the closest drink to him and then runs in to the kitchen.
Alrighty. Go ahead and make a perception check to see if you notice anything else in here that could be helpful.
I got a nat 1. So,
You run into Torin, who is trying to pick up this half-orc individual.
Oops.
Help!
A tertiary help.
I think I've heard you say that before. Wow. Do I have the availability to help?
Yeah,
or did I use all my...
You can either give the help action, which means on Torin's next turn, they'll get advantage, or you can try to pick this person up on your own.
No offense to Torin, but I'm gonna try and do this on my own.
Alrighty.
Yeah, no.
Go ahead and roll a strength check.
Alrighty. Ooh, gosh. I spoke too soon. That's a 7.
Torin, I got this. Maybe I don't. All
1, 2, 3.
Imrian, what would you like to do? Torin is spamming the help button.
Okay. So we got 1 round before the cavalry arrives?
Yes.
Okay. So my original thought process was out the window to try to get him here quicker. So I'll go in. I'll rush into the kitchen. See what's up. Try
Perception check.
Perception check?
Mm-hmm. It's very steamy in here, so it's kind of hard to see.
Like a sauna.
Is it another nat 1?
No. But it is, in fact, an 8.
There are 4 unconscious students on the floor.
And your 2 friends struggling with one of them.
Cool. I'm going to go try and... Uh, I guess I'm gonna real quick as I'm at the threshold shout for Yavanesh, and then because I know he's strong, and then I'll go in there and put my measly muscles to work,
All right,
trying to get
roll a
him out.
strength check to the big fella.
Strength check. Yep. No shit. Just straight strength.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 21.
21. You
Natural
see
19.
you see your friend struggling with this half-orc individual. You go to lift him. You say, "Guys, lift with your knees and put your arms under the armpits and push back. Don't pull, push back with your legs." You basically give him a whole instruction, and you drag this fellow out of the um, door successfully.
Yeah, I'm basically illustrating what it's like to do this in the astral sea and where gravity's a little more funky.
All right.
But don't you have more muscles in your back, so you'd be stronger if you lifted with your back?
Not how that works.
Okay.
I'm just grinding this fellow's face against the sand, dragging him out.
And with that, it's that time again. Roll for initiative.
Hey,
Yeah, we
son of a
Alright, I don't know
bitch.
which of my dice to trust.
38.
I need to go back to my storm die.
Ooh!
Evan got 17.
18.
Ooh, you kind of one of me.
All right.
I-
And Imrian, what do you got?
8.
Oh, nice. So
Yeah.
Torin has an 18, Evan with a 17,
Yo.
and Imrian with an 8. Alrighty ditey. So, you were in the tavern, in the tavern's kitchen. Chaos has ensued. There's steam about your face. Visibility is hard. There are 3 students upon the floor. Among them, you see Yavanish,
Oh, shit.
Lorraine, and Adeline.
Mm-hmm.
First up is Torin.
Do I see this, or?
You do see this. You also see something moving in the steam. You can't see what it is, but there's something moving in there. There are horrid masks.
I'd like to rage.
Okay, go right ahead. It'll help you not. You see horrid masses of summoned skittering bugs that suddenly pour out of bags and boxes of ingredients in the food prep areas.
We're definitely getting an F for our health inspection.
At this time, you see Tusktooth comes up behind you, and behind him is Harriet and a few other students. Some you know, some you've seen, but you don't really know them, and then others you haven't seen at all. Tusktooth says, "Help us fit for. What is going on?" And he has sort of like a lisp. You could see that he has one tusk that is longer than the other, that's kind of going like up and curled into his upper lip, maybe causing that problem there. So, 1 second. Torin. You see the people lying on the floor. You see the bugs start to come out of all of the different boxes and such. What would you like to do?
Give me just a sec. I gotta look up a spell.
Crazy how the level 2s are harder to play than the level 20s.
Um, is there any way I can set up get within 15 feet of the bugs coming out of the boxes without being within 15 feet of the bodies on the floor?
No, it's in the area that you are in. Um. If you're looking on Steam, I believe in Discord maps there's a image of the Bosun Tavern.
Yep.
Alrighty. Do. Look in there. You're in E6 on the left side. That is
Okay.
Hold on. Yes. That is the kitchen. The entire entirety of E6. That's where you guys are. The students are behind on the left side. That first long table, and some of them even are in between the two counter, like the counter behind it. So they're like stuck in and wedged in between the first long table and then like that back counter as well. And then the bugs are in those barrels behind that long counter. That's where they're coming out of.
Cool.
And they are headed
Okay.
towards the unconscious people.
Not today, Satan.
I'm gonna run to the person that is closest to the bugs that are coming towards us.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to try to follow what they were saying and lift with my legs and maybe just like do like a princess carry. I don't know who's the closest one, but
Okay. So you're
I'm gonna try to bring him away.
You're going to make an intelligence-based athletics check.
Look at you crossing over checks.
Hey. So instead of a -2, I have a straight roll.
Hey, whatever helps.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is a 13.
13, that's better. The person that you got to is Adeline. So she's not very big. So you're able to move her about 10 feet towards the door.
All right,
and
and
that will basically, you have your bonus action left.
do I have any bonus action spells? As a bonus action, I'm going to just go ahead and cast Zephyr Strike on myself.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty.
It's a really good
And-
spell.
Yeah,
It's a really good spell to have this low level.
true.
It really changes the name of the game. All right. Evan,
Yes.
'tis your turn, sir.
Holy shit. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Good luck.
Jeepers. I think that I probably don't want to start another fire in here, huh? Um,
Let's not. I work here.
yeah, that's that's what I was just saying. Probably not the time for some sacred flame action, but I think that might be a reaction, so no worry. I guess that Evan's gonna take out short sword and start hacking away at are they like big bugs of danger or are they just like, oh god, this place is nasty bugs?
This is not a very nasty kitchen. But there are bugs swarming, just swarming. It looks as if the Oogie Boogie Man was just exploded. You know,
Gross.
it's
Are
it's
they swarming around anything in particular?
they're just climbing out of those barrels that are in the back there, and they're starting to climb over onto that counter, and they're headed towards the unconscious people. It just looks like thousands and thousands and thousands of bugs.
Okay, I'm gonna take a gamble here. I'm gonna draw my short bow and try and see if I can hit one of the barrels and see if it like does anything. Like if maybe that stops the source of the bugs.
Okay. Uh, so you're trying to destroy the barrel?
Yeah. Fuck that barrel. Does a 10 hit a barrel?
It does hit a barrel.
Yippee!
Hmm.
Okay. Now let's see how much damage I do to this barrel. I think I do. It would be Dex plus attack bonus, right?
Yes.
Okay, so then I do 8 damage to the barrel.
All right, that's not bad. It doesn't destroy the barrel. But it does do quite a bit of damage, and you see the top of the barrel is basically destroyed, and inside the barrel is like rancid fruits and veggies. They look like they've been there for weeks and weeks on end. It doesn't make any sense because the cooks in here, you know that they replace stuff pretty regularly because it's a very busy tavern.
Ew.
Um,
That's nasty. I think that I'm gonna take bonus action hide so that he can have sneak attack next round.
okay, go ahead and roll a stealth check.
Stealth. Oh, that is a sweet, sweet 7.
Evan, you pick up a bowl and you place it in front of your face with your sweet, sweet 7.
Yeah, baby elf.
It's not super Heidi, but they're bugs, right? Um, Next up, the students that came with Tusktooth, they rush in and like go around that long table around the front way, go through the gap of in between the two tables, and try to pull out the other students out the the far side door on the right. Let's see how successful they are. All right, all right. Okay. They are able to get Lorraine out, as Yavanish is a little heavier. Um, so Lorraine has been brought to safety, and Adeline is currently being carried by Torin. So just Yavanish is the one laying on the floor. It is now Tusktooth's turn. He sort of rushes past Imrian, sort of hand on the shoulder, not shoving him to the ground or anything, just sort of letting him know, um, hand on the shoulder just to let him know like he's there, versus uh, pushing him out of the way or anything like that. Just a hand to let him know he's there. As he does, he sort of, you can see him scan the room, very actively scanning the room. And he goes, "Hey, you, out in my kitchen." And as he points to where the stove is, there's like little boiling pots. And as he points to it, you guys can tell now these are not just pots, these are actual cauldrons. There are 4 of them, and this is where the origin, or where the steam is coming from, is these 4 cauldrons. If anybody would like to, at this point in time, you may now make another perception check to see what it is he's pointing at. So, okay. Hello, hello. Can you hear me? Hello.
Tells to step off.
Hello?
Yes.
Howdy.
Okay, you can hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. So, when did you guys lose me? What's the last thing you heard?
Cauldrons.
Cauldrons. Okay, so there's 4 cauldrons, and this is where the origins of the steam is coming from. If you would like to use if you would like to make a perception check to see what it is he's like yelling at, you can do so at this time.
Yep.
Okay. Gotta perceive.
Much better. 18.
16.
Yes. I rolled an 8.
Wow.
Well, no,
yeah.
6.
Okay. So everyone but Torin, who is in a very weird headspace right now. Let me send you guys this image here. Do do do. Do do do. Okay. So inside the steam or the mist, whatever you would like to call it. Do, do, do. Let's see. Post. You should now see. Thou shalt now see an
Oh.
image.
Uh-uh.
Oh,
No.
fun.
Tiny
Okay,
creatures, tiny creatures
Wrong.
made there of the steam.
I'm glad Torin can't see it.
Mm-hmm.
cool.
You can see there are four of them sort of flying around these four cauldrons. Um, Tooth takes out two daggers and just hurls them towards the mephits, which these are uh, steam mephits. Oh, okay. Well, so much for him being a badass. That's a natural one.
Yay
So who is
for us.
closest to the cauldrons? You see one of the students who are trying to pull Yavanish out gets hit in the shoulder with the blade, and Tustus goes, "Get out of here!" And that's going to be his turn, as there are people in the way for him to do what he needs to do. All right, now that was Torin, Evan, the bugs, and Tusktooth. Imrian, it is now your turn.
Let's. Do I know what these things are? Do I know how, or at least do it? Yeah, do I know? Probably not.
You
I
can
don't think
make
they.
you can either make a nature check or an arcana check to know
Yep.
what they are. I mean, you can see them.
Yeah, I'm more or less seeing if I'm familiar with any of their, I guess, history to tell if some things may work or not.
Okay.
That's a 16 Arcana.
Okay. Arcana. They're made of you can tell that they are made of steam. They are elemental creatures, which the little bit you know about elementals is uh, those who are like made of wind and water and things like that. They're going to be immune to certain type of damage, such as poison damage. And then these creatures being made of steam in particular, you're pretty sure fire is going to do little to no damage to them, because that's what, they're created from heated water anyway.
Okay. Um. Yeah, screw it. Let's go ahead and cast. Yeah, let's go ahead and cast a thunder wave. I'll I'll run up and actually no, because dude's hurling knives, so I don't want to get downwind. Um, in that case, I'll go ahead and just do. I'm gonna try to put all three of them to sleep.
Okay. Yeah, do it.
All right, where's my d8s? Here we go. Mhm. 28 points affected.
28 points affected to old Steamy Patini. How many?
Oh, Steam Trio.
Yeah, so all of them.
Yeah, I'm trying to get all of them. Whatever that's gonna affect in a 20-foot. Let's see. Yeah, within a 20-foot space.
Okay, so you cast sleep. One like slowly floats back into its cauldron. Like you see little, and you can sort of infer that thing is asleep, and that is the only one that falls asleep.
Okay, well, we're limiting the battlefield. Uh, I'm gonna go ahead then and where exactly is Yavanish at?
Yavanish is in front of where the cauldrons are. He's being slowly drug as he's a little heavier set due to his bulk for silk ball. So there is somebody like pulling him out of the way, but it's gonna be a round. It's gonna be another round before they can get him out of the way.
Okay, then I will scoot up forward,
Mm-hmm.
or at least skirt off to the side to where I can assist in future rounds to get him out.
Okay. Is that your turn?
Yep.
And with that is now the Miffit's turns. So one is asleep. Two is ready for, let's see, 15-foot cone, which will get Yavanish, the
About
person
to kill us.
holding Yavanish, Imrian,
What?
and Torin, which would include Adeline as well. Each creature in that area must succeed a dexterity saving throw.
Dex save. 15.
You're good. Torin, what was your dexterity save?
Sorry, 10.
10. That just barely makes it.
Really?
Yeah. So you take half damage for Torin and half damage for Emrian. That's 6 half to 3 points of damage.
3. Okay.
So this Mifit sees you basically put its little friend to sleep, and it floats closer to you and just opens its mouth, unhinging its jaw, what looks like would be way too far, maybe like a snake's, and out comes steam in this massive force, hitting you directly, hitting Yavanish and hitting Adeline, who have all taken 6 points of damage from being unconscious. They could not make the dex save. You see the person holding Yavanish drops him and sort of puts their hands up on their face instinctually.
I have a question. Is there any way I could willingly save to help protect Adeline?
You could take the full 6, and she would only take 3 points of damage.
Cool.
Okay, and since they took damage, they get to make a roll here. Alrighty. So, 2 more steam methods. One is going to attack Emrian, and the other is going to attack the person who was carrying Yavanish. With a...
Wait, there's 4 now?
There was a total of 4. You put 1 to sleep, so there's a total of 3 now that are still a thing.
Gotcha.
So one's going to attack you with its little bitty claws. That's a 3, so even with its plus, it's not going to get you. And
It might.
Oh, that's cocked. That's cocked, but it was a natural 20. Okay, and a 3. So, well, it's not going to get the other guy either. You see this little steam Miffit comes up to you and just takes its claws and tries to scratch you with them. But gets you right on like your shoulder where your pads are. and the other one goes to attack the person who was carrying Yavanish, and they take up a skillet and just knock it back into it, and it like hits the back of the stove and like falls into the cauldron. With
Nice.
that, it is the top of the round. Torin, you are on top of Adeline.
Okay. Do I now realize that there are steam
Yeah, after they have attacked you guys, you can definitely see them over there.
Okay. Do I think the bugs are a concern? Like, have they dealt damage to anybody yet, or?
They haven't made it to anybody to deal any damage.
Okay. If I can, without spending my action, I'm gonna move Adeline a little bit closer to the door.
Okay.
But I want to use my action to, like, once I'm done moving her, set her down and draw my bow.
Okay.
And I am going to fire at the farthest away steam method.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an attack roll.
Ooh. 24.
24 will hit, yeah.
All right. And I'm going to use the Zephyr Strike and add the D8. So 1d8 if this is force damage. So like it does 1 force damage.
All right.
And
Big money.
and 10 piercing damage.
Okay, so 11 total.
Yeah. And then I also get 30 feet this turn because I did that, and I want to pick Adeline back up if I can and move her as far as I can out the door.
Okay. Make a strength check. We'll see how that works.
Come on, nature die. That is 8. I rolled a 10, but it's an 8.
All right. You're able to get Adeline into the doorway,
Okay.
but you're on the other side of the door. So now you've like blocked yourself out.
Okay.
All right. Evan,
Aye.
you are hiding from the bugs as they begin to
Definitely.
swarm.
For sure, successfully hiding. Yep.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They are swarming your feet. Cockroaches.
Oh,
and
fuck off.
beetles,
Nuh-uh.
crickets, and centipedes. They begin to crawl around and swarm your feet, and some go up your pants leg.
No.
That is a not hit. There's no way that hits. That's a natural 2 with bug stats. So they just crawl up your pant leg. They don't actually bite you. You're just as I believe as soon as they start like crawling up your pant legs and like swarming around you, you start kicking and flailing about.
Don't forget screaming.
Oh yeah. Evan is definitely screaming a very high pitched scream at the top of his lungs. All right, Evan, it's now your turn.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, there's nothing going on in Evan's mind except bugs on me. Oh god, bugs on me. Um, yeah, I think Evan stop, drops, and rolls.
All right.
That's all he can think to do.
Go ahead and roll a d20 and add your dex modifier.
Okay. Is this a saving throw, would you
No,
say? Would I get
this
my...
is a dex.
Ah,
It's just a regular
alrighty. 17.
17. That'll do it. You start you lay down and start rolling around, and as you do, you start to crush. You hear and then you
Ooh,
feel the goo on your legs.
crunchy.
Imrian, I need you to make a con save.
Um, am I proficient in that? I am. So 18.
18. For a brief moment, as you see Evan being swarmed by bugs, you're reminded of a time when bees covered your face and
Oh
your
shit!
entire body. But you're able to steel yourself and stay within the moment as Yavanish needs your help. These people
It
need
wasn't.
your help.
It wasn't real. It wasn't real. It wasn't real.
It's
He's screaming, "It's real! It's real!"
oh, I wish you were fake. God!
Evan, are you doing anything else other than
Um,
freaking out and squishing the bugs with the rolling of the round?
I think blindly slashing my short sword also, yeah.
So Evan looks like a toddler throwing a fit, on the ground, flailing his arms and legs, rolling about. All you hear is the crunching and squishing sound of bugs beneath Evan's body. All right. The person who was carrying Yavanish before actually picks them up and is able to basically book it out the door with a natural 20. So Yavanish is now in a safe enough distance that if you guys need to work within that space, he will no longer be hit. Adeline is now in a safe space to where they will no longer be hit, and Lorraine is also in a safe space. So there are no more people that you have to worry about collateral damage as far as people go. Other
Insert
than
sound of
yeah,
knuckles cracking.
yeah, except for your party members. So there's that. Is now Tusk Tooth. Tusk Tooth is going to produce 3 throwing knives.
Dude's got knives for days.
Um, Imrian, make a perception check.
Oh shit. Not as great. 12.
12. All right. Tusk Tooth, you see, he says duck, and you turn just in time to see 3 knives coming at your head. You do duck out of the way.
Shit.
The 3 knives each pin the Miffit to the back of the stove, and as it does, these 3 Miffits begin to dissolve. And Tusktooth yells, "The cauldrons! Destroy the cauldrons!" Imrian,
Can
it
do.
is now your turn.
Did Evan go?
Yes,
Bugs.
bugs.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Destroy the cauldrons, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Let's go ahead and cast a. Yeah. Okay, I'll get close and or no. Let's chromatic orbit.
All right.
Lightning.
Lightning.
For a 21 to hit.
Imrian, does a
No.
21 hit?
Does it what?
Does a 21 hit?
Hit what? Me?
Yep.
Yeah, 21 hits with gusto.
All right, go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. Where is here it is. It's 3, right? Stand by. Come. There we go. Okay, so 4, 9. Okay. That hurt.
You
That hurt a
all,
lot.
you all see Imrian cast chromatic orb upon one of the cauldrons and instantly was blasted with his own magical aura.
Didn't work.
Alrighty. It's now the Mifid's turn. Which there is 1 asleep and 3 dead. That's their turn. It's now Torin's turn. You are on the other side of the door, Adeline inside the doorway.
Did I miss something? What did they do?
What? What did who
Oh,
do?
I just pulled Adeline.
Yeah. The Miffids are dead,
Into the door.
other than the one that you had put to sleep.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm a pull Adeline just like out of the doorway just enough so that I can run in,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna here destroy the cauldrons. I don't know how to destroy a cauldron, especially with a bow.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna go up to one of the cauldrons, and is there a lid?
There are lids, yes.
I'm gonna just put. I don't know how many I could do in one turn, but I'm just gonna put a lid on at least 2 cauldrons and just hold it there.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Arcana? Nat 20.
Natural
shit.
20. You quickly eye the lids to the cauldrons, and you grab 2 of them and place them upon the cauldrons, respectively, and you hold it there, and you harness your own natural magical ability. What color would Torin's magical aura be?
I think Torin's magic is, for the most part, most of the things that he casts are icy in nature. So I think it's like an icy greenish blue.
Okay. I can handle that. Imrian, you are standing right next to Torin. You see his entire body be encapsulated in this icy blue color. Then you see hints of green, and the 2 colors merge together to make this pale green blue aura. Is his entire body. He uses his own magical ability to snuff out the whatever is magical producing of mist out of these two cauldrons. Uh, Evan, I need you to make a perception check as you are rolling around flailing upon the floor.
All right. Perception is 9.
9. You don't see this happen.
Okay.
Okay.
Orange just a guy.
Tor's just a little old guy.
He's just a friend.
He's just a friend. He's just a dude, you know? I'm a dude. You're a dude. We're all dudes.
Just a fella.
Just a little fella. All right. Torin, I believe that is your turn, sir. Evan, it is now your turn upon the floor of the bugs.
Alrighty. You said it was my turn?
Uh-huh.
The bugs. I guess that Evan gradually gets over the bugs, and then what enemy is closest to Evan, would you say?
The bugs.
Oh.
You were, like, completely covered in bugs.
Oh, there's still more!
Oh, yeah, there's thousands.
I thought I'd rolled them all away.
No, you got about 20.
Okay, I think Evan starts to flee the scene. Yeah. Is there a bathroom here?
There is a bathroom. You would have to go.
Or what about a giant sink in the kitchen, maybe?
Oh yeah, there's a sink. You can get to the sink if you need to. Evan begins to run towards the sink, and like as he's running, bugs are just flying off of him.
It got in my mouth. Oh god. Yeah, full blast, turns the sink on, and then as much as he can, he tries to get into it.
Okay.
Like try to rinse himself off of all the bugs.
Very easy to do as it is an industrial sink.
Thank God.
I'm sure all of us have worked in a kitchen at one point. Is there anything else you'd like to do, Evan? I mean, you heard destroy the cauldrons, and you heard that didn't work, and you see Torin with his hands upon two cauldrons.
Is it like a spray, like the faucet? Is it like a normal faucet, or is it like one of those spray ones that they use for dishes?
Oh, it's a spray one.
Can you maybe aim the spray nozzle over at the cauldrons?
Oh yeah, sure. Go ahead and make a dexterity check.
Come on, dexterity. Natural 1.
Oh shit.
Too many bugs in my eyes. I can't see anything.
Roll a D4.
Okay.
Odds will be Torin, evens for Emrian.
I got a 3.
3. Torin, you get blasted in the back of the head with a spray, like a spray nozzle hose.
Did I get it?
You see Tusk Tooth run towards the back where the bugs are. And you see him swell in size. Maybe grows a whole foot. Pulls out from seemingly nowhere a giant mallet and just begins to smash bugs. And there was the smashing of bugs, and now it's Imrian's turn.
I'm bloodied. I'm bad bloodied. But if I can make it, I will go over and attempt to close the lid of the remaining cauldrons.
Okay. Go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Nice. Numbers. I can math. 18.
18 will succeed. You grab two lids and put them on the other cauldrons, the ones that Torin did not touch. And go ahead and describe to me what your magical aura color would be.
Um, there. It doesn't seem to be a singular color. As a matter of fact, his right arm seems to develop a sort of a bluish glow, but like a dark blue, like maybe like muted, kind of almost like trying to pass light through a cloud. And then on his left hand, his left arm, there's a gold kind of aspect to that glow that encompasses that side of him. That entire arm just seems to develop a more yellowish golden hue, and then just if there's anything left that sort of seems to develop any sense of light, it is more of a white, kind of a whitish silver light.
Um, you guys see Imrian's body, his aura burst from him as he snuffs out the cauldrons. You guys are now out of initiative officially. But you are exhausted, Torin. You are exhausted, Imrian, both of you. It seems as if you used all of your magical energy. And I would like you to go ahead and mark down on your sheet somewhere that you no longer have any spell slots.
Like they're all expended, or we just don't have them anymore.
You do not have them anymore.
Ooh,
Fuck. Okay.
I was already out of spell slots. Does that make things worse?
You'll see.
That's a yes. Okay.
No more magic
Out
for
of ether.
Torian.
Basically, the immediate danger stops, and you just hear poof, poof, fucking bugs, poof. Not in my poof, fucking poof kitchen.
Help! Over here!
Secondary help.
Also, bugs are here!
Once I realize that the danger has passed, I'm immediately gonna go run and check on the people who were on the kitchen floor. So,
Okay.
you said it was Lorraine, Adeline, and who else?
Lorraine, Adeline, Yavanish, and a half orc fellow that you guys don't know.
I'll name him Greg.
Okay.
Greg.
Greg.
As you go and check on those who are fallen, you do see that there are a couple of professors that are sort of helping them all to their feet, giving them health potions and such. Adeline is sitting up with her back against the wall when you go to check on her. Torin, oh, what happened?
I just tackle them both with a hug and just say, I don't know, this school's a bit fucked.
She just nods. I agree.
I'm gonna
I also
limp
agree.
over. Yeah, I'm gonna limp over to Yavanish and see how he's doing.
Um, at the site of your limping, one of the professors hands you a potion of healing. So it's just a
Uh,
standard 2d4 plus 2.
I'm actually gonna offer it to Yavanish.
He pushes it away.
I'm just gonna kind of. I'm already limping, so I'm just gonna like drop to a knee. Tell me this was part of the plan.
No. I went into the kitchen to start serving, or to tell
So,
Cook that we were going to start serving now that the contest was over, and I was blasted with steam and fell unconscious.
If I overhear that, are there currently anybody like investigating the kitchen?
The only person that's still in the kitchen is Test Tooth, and Evan, as he's like in the sink trying to get all that shit off of him.
Okay. I'm gonna run in before the cops or the professors come and make it an official crime scene. And Torn is going to specifically look at the cauldrons, but just look around, like inspect for any like arcane symbols, anything that would be a sign of someone meddling with. And
All right, go ahead.
he's looking for evidence.
Yes, make a perception check. As I would say, make an investigation check, but you're kind of like on a time crunch right now, so you're just kind of glancing over everything.
Yeah. If he doesn't find anything, he's going to take one of the cauldrons,
Okay.
just in case.
Tuck it under his shirt.
You said just perception. 18.
18. Just one moment as I mute or deafen.
no, don't take my ears.
No ears for you.
No.
We can still hear them, but they cannot hear us.
Hey.
All right, Torn. You see around the cauldrons, you see a black, oily substance that reminds you of the same black, oily substance that was belched out by the frogs before in the Fireholt Cafe race. It was found on the trunk in orientation. The Tusktooth, who is in the kitchen with you, walks over about the time that you discover that. And he goes, I've seen this before. It wasn't black, but I've seen it before. This looks like it's a corrupted magic.
Yeah, we've been encountering this shit all over this damn school. Torrin's gonna try to find a doggy bag or some sort of sealable container and just do his best to scoop as much of it, if not all of it, into the container and seal it.
Alrighty. Easily done. I'm bringing them back here.
And that's all I found?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Alrighty. You guys are back.
Do I
Back in the
get a
same
weird vibe about Tusktooth?
Make an insight check. Make a vibe check, man.
Ooh.
Vibe check.
Vibe check is going to be charisma and proficiency. That's what we're doing. We're doing that now.
Okay.
Oh, it's an
Okay.
official thing?
It's an official thing right now.
Proficiency. So +2. That's gonna be a 23.
23.
Rolled a
Uh,
19.
he doesn't seem like anything's off. He just, as matter of fact, like tells you what he tells you.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna do vibe checks from now on because you guys always ask me what's the vibe I get from this person, and I've never done a vibe check, so we're just gonna start doing it with the amount of times you guys ask me for it.
Well, it's like a way of asking for an insight check without saying insight check.
Yeah. But he didn't really do anything required insight. He's just kind of standing there.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right.
Well, he knows about shits, though. It's noted.
It is noted.
Torn will remember this.
Just so you guys are aware, the last incident that you had been a part of or knew about was over 3 weeks ago.
We could hear you.
Okay,
Hey.
I couldn't hear you. But I could tell that you were talking because I could hear Ty in the other room.
Mm-hmm.
That seems to be a common theme.
Yeah. Okay. I just think it's because we live in an apartment building who all use the same internet, and they are all like, no one in our apartment building goes out on a Friday night. They all are streaming games.
Gaming.
Yeah.
I think at this point, Evan's out of the sink and wringing out his clothes.
Okay.
Torn's gonna do the same thing that he did with Evan when they went into the fight, and just grab him by the arm and go out to Imrian and say, "Where are the other two?"
I'm not sure.
Well, we need to go find them and have a discussion because the shit's back, and Torn is what container did I find?
It's like a little tiny sauce container. You stole a ramekin.
Okay.
Lovely.
Torn just holds up a little ramekin with a lid on it, and just shakes it, and there's just the familiar substance inside.
Imran's eyes will kind of give off a very, very faint glow as he begins to morph his face kind of into a involuntary aggressive expression.
Don't let it near any bugs.
And then he just sort of like stands up straighter a little bit, at least as much as he can, with 2 HP left. And he just says, "I'll go find them."
And who is it you're looking for?
I'm assuming we're looking for Finn and oh hell, I can't think of the name.
Harriet?
Yeah.
Okay, well, Harriet is over by Adeline, so you guys find Adeline and Harriet as he's kind of checking on her. Let me see.
Evan also brought up a good point.
I don't like bugs.
That's a
Well, no.
great point.
Torin wasn't looking at the bugs at all. So Torin's gonna run back into the kitchen real quick. Does he see any goo on the bugs?
There is goo
Or anything weird about them?
everywhere, but it is all bug guts. So yeah, you're looking for Finn, I'm assuming Imrian's going by himself, or is everybody going as a group?
Yeah, Torn just ran back and looked real quick, and just comes back and starts following Imrian.
You all head towards where Finn's dorm is, as he's supposedly still studying for his test, as his test is scheduled for the following day. And on your way there, make a perception check.
Yep.
Just Imrian?
Everyone that's there, like everyone who's going to Finn's apartment or dorm.
7.
Okay.
22.
Okay.
17.
17. Imran, you don't see.
I'm bleeding out. Don't worry about it.
I'm just melting. That's all. That's all it is. Torin and Evan, you see the Minotaur who won the contest earlier with the gray bag, around his shoulder, and he's got his hand in the bag, like twirling it around as if he's looking for something specific inside of it. Sort of gives you guys a wave. You can tell just by looking at this guy, he has no idea what just happened, and he's headed back towards the tavern. But you guys just
No! Don't go. I got a quick souvenir for you, buddy. How do you feel about bugs?
he just kind of stares at you, a little confused.
Tavern's closed until further notice.
Strongly dislike, neutral, like, extremely like. How do you feel about bugs?
I don't think there's many people who like them.
Bugs are alright.
So you're neutral to bugs.
Don't like them in my space, but they, I assume, have importance in nature.
Now imagine 1,000 bugs.
I'm sure the school will lie about what happened, and you'll see it in the newspaper. Or you won't.
Probably not.
Torn throwing
Not
some
the
shade.
normal. Someone imported. I want to make this very clear. The tavern normally no bugs. Somebody tonight, after you left, decided to bring in 3 barrels of bugs. Okay? So right now, do it.
The guy goes, "No, there's no way."
You're lost.
Go see it for yourself before the school covers it up.
And he turns around and he starts heading off.
That guy's a freak.
Torn doesn't care anymore.
Okay, you guys make it to Finn's apartment or dorm, whatever you want to call them. You knock on the door, and there's no answer, but the door is ajar.
How long has it been ajar?
It's not physically ajar; it is open.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
I knew all of you would have said it. The door is slightly open.
If only there was a word for that.
Open to a new relationship?
Yeah, that's what you're into, Max.
Who would be first in the door?
I think it's trying to pilfer some non-soaked, non-bug clothes from Finn. So, kind of just stepping in and immediately going for the wardrobe.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm. There are no clothes.
The fuck?
There are no clothes. The bed is neatly made, and upon the bed is a note and a small
Uh-uh.
box.
I'll look at the note.
You look at the note. Are you reading it aloud?
Yeah.
Okay. The note reads, "Sorry for not telling you in person, but I will be heading home. After finding the newspaper articles, I started asking too many questions. Keep Dusty safe for me. Ask my buddy at the nurse station about your gift. P.S. Dusty's bed is inside the box."
What's a dusty?
I open the box.
Dusty is the bone rabbit that's sitting inside the box.
Ah,
You open the box and the rabbit goes from a pile of bones into a little bone rabbit.
was he allowed to have that at the dorms?
He was given it by the Witherbloom people. Everybody was given a gift of some sort when they arrived.
I just got a dagger in my door.
You got a pass, if you will remember. You can, at any point in time, visit the uh, restricted section of the library without question.
Oh, I thought that came with my job.
No, that was part of. That's what Silver Quill gave you.
Oh, okay. I thought that was just me.
Do I get the sense that this letter is forged in any way, or that he was forced to
Ooh.
write it?
Make an investigation check.
Can I investigate if it's an enchanted letter?
Yes, you can.
I'm gonna sit down.
Is that investigation also?
I rolled a
Yes.
straight 7.
It seems like it's his.
Would I roll investigation to see if it's enchanted?
Yes.
Okay. That is a 18.
18. It is not enchanted. You guys get
No!
the feeling that this was actually written by your friend. And with that, we're going to end for tonight.